Thanks, JeanMarie.
Well then, you know what? I think I don't want to read that one first.
I'm sorry.
Step back and read it.
Okay, this is called Facebook. I log on, and another blast from my past has found me. They are phantoms, some demons from my history. Why do they seek me out? I have to wonder. And as each one befriends me on Facebook, I slip into the days when we knew each other. We were other people then. We are different people now. I block people I don't remember and can't imagine how they remember me. Do I know you? Did I ever know you? What are we after here? Memories of our misspent youth? Do they remember I wasn't at all the parties and bars? I was married, home, having babies and changing diapers. So I check out the ones I do remember and a few new friends. I want to know what books and movies they like. I want to know if they married and had kids. I try to see if they are happy and fulfilled. It is a distorted way to connect, and I think, is the planned reunion for me? Will they even remember me? I wasn't that interesting back then, or fun back then. I mention things I am doing. JeanMarie is thinking about drinking. And someone asks, how long you been sober? And I answer, never. Well, since last Saturday. He replies, I misunderstood. See? So, I am hooked on Facebook. It isn't bad knowing about and wanting to be known. Some curiosity is satisfied. JeanMarie is logged on.
Jean, is that the shaped one?
Yes. Oh, do you want to see what it looks
Well,
like? Okay.
you might want to share.
I might want to share. Facebook. What does it look like? I don't know. People have different opinions of what it looks like. I think it looks like a boob, personally.
I thought it was a really fat guy with a belt.
The bottom line is its foot.
I see the boob. You see the boob? Okay.
Well, it wasn't pointed out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me go back to this other one now. I lost it. Oh, okay. It's called Funny Boxing. She listens with her left. He listens with his right. They smile and circle each other. There is a jab, a joke. She dances, impressive footwork. He hits her with his best shot. Pow, 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 3 puns in a row. Her face contorts, spittle flies from her mouth, and she crumbles in laughter. There is a gasp, a collective hush. She staggers up with a story she thought was funny, but she's weaving, and the story falls flat. The uppercut of his humor knocks them both out. Collapsed, laughing, saved by the bell, they don't answer. Pretending the outside world doesn't exist, and the crowd disappears. And then this is, I know I've read this before, but I like this poem, and I think it's funny. Maybe you will too. This is called Drug Story. When I was just a young girl, the school would bring in some gnarly-looking character, a former drug addict who had a limited vocabulary and came from a bad neighborhood to talk to us suburban kids about the dangers of drugs, as if they were lurking in our thoughts, never before now. The underbelly of our society, which until today had been largely invisible in our daily lives. Now here it was, standing at a podium in our school auditorium. He regaled us with jail stories, the suffering through withdrawal, the terrible climb back to society, the one that threw him away. And now, triumphant over the evil drug, he has arrived here, paid to tell young children of his terrible ordeal. But the stories fall short of the stories he told in jail. The story on the street. How he was just hanging, getting high, when some squirrely guy walked into his dealer's house, scales on the table, baggies, money, and he talks about how this little prick started arguing right away about the price, and in no more than a minute, the cops busted in, and they were all roughed up and arrested. A likely story, but true nonetheless. Today, 40 years since, I am the patient sitting in the doctor's office, and as soon as I mention some symptom or difficulty I'm having, they pull out the prescription pad and they start writing and talking at the same time. This is for blah blah, so take it blah blah blah, and see how it goes. It will keep you alert during the day. And the modern day pusher, the doctors tied through favors to the biggest drug dealers on earth, are manifest in this clean, bright office sanctioned by the church state to push these drugs. Do I just take what they give? Is it all good for me? Will it get me high?